Hey warriors, you are running out of time, not because life is short, but because you keep giving your days to habits that steal your future. And the worst part? You defend them, you protect them, you act like they are harmless when they are slowly erasing everything you could become. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. But you have not realized it yet. You keep waiting for the world to change, while the real problem lives inside you. In the patterns you repeat without thinking, in the comfort you choose without questioning. There are 5 habits that will destroy you in 2026 if you keep them. They will not announce themselves, they will not give warnings, they will just keep taking your time, your energy, your potential, until one day you wake up and realize another year has passed and nothing has changed." Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. And these 5 habits are exactly how you waste it. They feel normal, they feel safe, but they are costing you everything you say you want. So stay through every part of this video, do not skip anything, because each habit will show you where you are losing and how to stop the bleeding. This is not comfort, this is truth, the kind that hurts but heals. Hit that like button right now, share this message, subscribe to this channel, because growth is not private, and when you commit publicly, you make it real. Declare war on your old self. Comment this now. I will not waste 2026. Say it, mean it, declare it, because your words create your reality. The first habit, delay. You tell yourself you will start tomorrow, next week, next month, when things settle down, when you feel ready, when the timing is perfect. But here is what you are really saying. Not now, maybe never, just not today. Delay is the most accepted form of self-destruction. Nobody calls you out for it. Nobody sees it as failure, because you are not doing anything wrong. You are just waiting, planning, thinking it through. But while you wait, life does not pause. Opportunities close, time moves, and the person you could have become gets further away. Epictetus said, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" That question should haunt you, because every time you delay, you are choosing to settle. You are saying that comfort today matters more than progress tomorrow, and that choice compounds. One delay turns into 10, 10 turns into a year turns into a life you never intended to live. Let me be clear, delay is not about being slow, it is about being stuck. It is the voice that says, "I am not ready yet," but ready is a lie. Nobody feels ready. The person who starts a business does not feel ready. The person who asks for the promotion does not feel ready. The person who ends a bad relationship and walks into the unknown does not feel ready. They just move anyway, because they understand something you need to learn. Action creates clarity. Waiting creates doubt. Think about the goal you have been putting off. Maybe it is starting that project, learning that skill, having that difficult conversation, fixing your health. Whatever it is, you know what it is, and you have been telling yourself the same story. I will do it when I have more time, when I have more money, when I am more prepared. But time does not give itself to you. You take it. Money does not appear because you waited. It comes because you moved. Preparation does not happen in your head. It happens in the doing. Delay feels safe. That is why it is so dangerous. It lets you keep the dream without the risk. You get to imagine success without facing failure. You get to stay comfortable without admitting you are afraid. But that comfort costs you everything, because while you are waiting for the perfect moment, someone else is building, learning, failing, growing. And when you finally decide to start, they are already 10 steps ahead. Here is the truth about timing. It is never perfect. There will always be a reason to wait, always something in the way, always a better time just around the corner. But that better time is a trap. It keeps you frozen. And the longer you stay frozen, the harder it becomes to move. Seneca wrote, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life." Not tomorrow, not next week, now, today, this moment, because this is all you have. The future you are waiting for does not exist. It is just another version of now. And if you cannot act now, you will not act then either. So, what do? You pick one thing, not 10. One, the smallest step toward the thing you have been avoiding, and you do it today. Not perfectly, not confidently, just done, because action breaks the spell of delay. It proves to yourself that you can move. And once you move, momentum builds. One step becomes 2, 2 becomes 10. And suddenly, the thing you were avoiding for months is behind you. But you have to start. You have to stop negotiating with yourself. Stop waiting for permission. Stop searching for the perfect plan. Just begin. Messy, imperfect, afraid. It does not matter. What matters is that you move. The cost of delay is not just time, it is belief. Every time you put something off, you teach yourself that you are not someone who follows through. You are not someone who keeps promises to yourself. You are not someone who can be trusted. And that story becomes your identity. Until one day, you do not even try anymore. Because deep down, you do not believe you will finish anyway, but it does not have to be that way. You can rewrite that story today, right now. By doing the one thing you said you would do later, do it now. Not because you feel like it, not because you are ready, but because you refuse to let delay steal another year from you. Marcus Aurelius warned, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." That is not about fear. It is about urgency, about recognizing that every delay is a bet that tomorrow is promised, and it is not. So, stop betting against yourself. Stop waiting for some magical moment. Stop letting fear dress itself up as patience. Start now. Move now. Fail now if you have to, but do not delay, not anymore. Because 2026 will not wait for you to feel ready. It is already moving, and you need to move with it. If you're done waiting, make this commitment now. I start today, not tomorrow. The second habit, constant distraction. Your attention is being stolen every single day, every single hour, and you are letting it happen. You reach for your phone without thinking. You scroll without purpose. You click, you swipe, you consume. And while you are busy being distracted, your life is passing by. Constant distraction is not just about wasted time. It is about a scattered mind, a mind that cannot focus, cannot think deeply, cannot create anything meaningful, because you have trained yourself to need stimulation every few seconds, to crave the next notification, the next video, the next piece of content that means nothing and changes nothing. The Stoics had a principle: focus only on what you can control, ignore the rest. But today, we do the opposite. We give our attention to everything except what matters. We watch strangers argue online. We follow news we cannot change. We consume content that makes us feel something for 5 seconds and leaves us empty for hours. And we call this living. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman on doing what is in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness." But you cannot concentrate, not anymore, because your mind has been rewired. You have taught it that focus is boring, that stillness is uncomfortable, that doing one thing at a time is not enough. Let me tell you what distraction really is. It is avoidance. You are avoiding the hard work, the important conversation, the project that scares you, the silence that forces you to face yourself. So, you fill every moment with noise, with content, with anything that keeps you from sitting with what is real. And the worst part, you do not even enjoy it. You scroll and feel nothing. You watch and forget what you watched. You consume and stay hungry, because distraction does not feed you. It numbs you. It keeps you busy enough to feel productive, but empty enough to stay lost. Think about your day. How many hours did you give to things that do not matter? How many times did you pick up your phone for no reason? How many moments did you miss because you were looking at a screen instead of living your life? The answer is too many, and you know it. Epictetus said, "If you do not wish to be prone to anger, do not feed the habit. Give it nothing which may tend to its increase." The same applies to distraction. If you do not want a distracted life, stop feeding the habit. Stop giving it your time, your energy, your attention. But here is what makes this habit so dangerous. It feels harmless. Scrolling for 10 minutes does not seem like a big deal. Checking your phone during a conversation does not seem like betrayal. Watching videos instead of working does not feel like failure. But it all adds up. 10 minutes becomes an hour becomes a day becomes a year. And suddenly you look back and realize you cannot remember where the time went, because you were never fully present for any of it. Your attention is your most valuable resource, not your money, not your time, your attention. Because where your attention goes, your life follows. If you give it to distractions, you will live a distracted life. If you give it to what matters, you will build something meaningful. So, what do? You take it back. You guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. You stop treating your phone like an extension of your hand. You stop checking it every few minutes like you are waiting for something important, because nothing important comes from constant checking. Only more distraction, more noise, more emptiness. You create boundaries. You decide when you will engage and when you will not. You turn off notifications. You delete apps that steal your time. You build space into your day where nothing is competing for your attention. Just you, your thoughts, your work, your growth. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." And distraction is the biggest waste of all, because it gives you the illusion of doing something while you are actually doing nothing. You feel busy, you feel connected, but you are neither. You are just lost in a loop that leads nowhere. The people who win in life are not the smartest. They are not the most talented. They are the ones who can focus, who can sit with one task and see it through, who can ignore the noise and stay on their path. Because focus is rare now, and what is rare is valuable. But focus is a skill, and like any skill, it must be practiced. You do not wake up one day and suddenly have the ability to concentrate for hours. You build it, you train it, you protect it, and you start by removing the distractions you have been defending. Stop telling yourself you need to stay informed. You do not. Most of what you consume is not information. It is entertainment disguised as importance. Stop telling yourself you are just taking a quick break. You are not. You are running away from the work. Stop telling yourself everyone else does it. They do. And they are just as lost as you are. You are better than this. You know you are. Deep down, you know that your life is meant for more than scrolling through other people's lives. More than reacting to things that do not concern you. More than filling every quiet moment with noise. So, reclaim your attention. Decide what deserves it, and let everything else fade into the background. Because a focused mind is a powerful mind, and a powerful mind builds a powerful life. The third habit, seeking comfort over growth. You choose the easy path. Every single time. You stay in the job that drains you because leaving feels risky. You avoid the workout because the couch feels better. You skip the hard conversation because silence is safer. And every time you choose comfort, you choose to stay small. Growth does not happen in comfort. It never has. It never will. Growth happens in the struggle, in the moment when you want to quit but keep going anyway, in the choice that scares you but calls to you. Comfort keeps you safe, but it also keeps you stuck. The Stoics believed in voluntary discomfort. They practiced it intentionally, not because they enjoyed suffering, but because they understood something most people miss. Discomfort builds strength. It teaches resilience. It shows you that you are capable of more than you think. Seneca wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare. Then you will begin to say to yourself, 'Is this really the condition I feared?' But you do not practice discomfort. You avoid it. You build your entire life around avoiding it. You want success without struggle, strength without effort, results without sacrifice. And that is why you are still waiting for change that never comes. Let me be honest with you. Comfort is a slow killer. It does not destroy you overnight. It just makes you weaker, softer, less capable, until one day you face a challenge you cannot avoid, and you realize you have no strength left to handle it, because you spent years choosing easy over necessary. Think about the areas of your life where you have stopped growing. Maybe it is your body. You know you need to move, to eat better, to take care of yourself, but you choose the comfort of staying sedentary, the comfort of eating what tastes good instead of what serves you, and your body pays the price, slowly, quietly, until the discomfort you avoided becomes the pain you cannot escape. Maybe it is your career. You know you are capable of more. You know you should be learning, building, taking risks, but you choose the comfort of staying where you are, where things are predictable, where you do not have to prove yourself. And years pass, and you watch others move forward while you stay in place. Safe, comfortable, and forgotten. Or maybe it is your relationships. You know some conversations need to happen, boundaries need to be set, truth needs to be spoken, but you choose the comfort of silence, of keeping the peace, of not rocking the boat. And the distance grows, the resentment builds, until one day the relationship you were trying to protect is already broken, and the comfort you chose becomes the loneliness you live with. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." But you do not see obstacles as the way. You see them as reasons to turn back, to find an easier route, to wait for a path that requires nothing from you, and that is why you are still at the beginning. Here is what you need to understand. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you are making a trade. You are trading your future for your present. You are saying that feeling good today matters more than being strong tomorrow, and that trade is costing you everything. Because comfort does not just keep you where you are, it moves you backward. While others are building skills, you are staying the same. While others are facing fears, you are avoiding them. While others are becoming more, you are becoming less. Not because you are not capable, but because you are not willing. And the lie you tell yourself is that you will start when you are ready, when you feel motivated, when it does not feel so hard. But that moment never comes, because growth always feels hard. It always requires something from you. It always asks you to be uncomfortable. And if you keep waiting for it to feel easy, you will wait forever. Epictetus taught, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. but you want the fruit without the seasons, the harvest without the planting, the strength without the training, and life does not work that way. So, what do? You stop choosing comfort. You start choosing growth, even when it is hard. Especially when it is hard, you do the workout you do not feel like doing. You have the conversation you have been avoiding. You take the risk that scares you, not because you are fearless, but because you refuse to let fear choose your life for you. You make discomfort your practice. You seek it out. You lean into it. Because you understand that every uncomfortable moment is building a stronger version of you. Every challenge you face is teaching you something you need to know. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you are investing in yourself. And here is the beautiful truth. The more you do this, the easier it becomes. Not because the tasks get easier, but because you get stronger, your capacity grows, your confidence builds, and what once felt impossible becomes just another thing you do. But it starts with a choice. Today, right now, to stop running toward comfort and start running toward growth. To stop avoiding the hard things and start embracing them. To stop settling for who you are and start becoming who you are meant to be. Comfort will always be there. It will always be easy to choose. But growth has an expiration date. There is a window. And every day you choose comfort, that window gets smaller, until one day it closes and you are left with regret, with the knowledge that you could have been more, done more, become more, but you chose safety instead. Do not let that be your story. Choose differently. Choose growth. Choose discomfort. Choose strength. Because that is where your future lives, not in the easy path, but in the one that demands everything from you and gives you everything in return. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose growth over comfort. The fourth habit, explaining yourself to people who don't matter. You waste so much energy explaining, defending, justifying. You tell people why you made that choice, why you are doing things differently, why you are not following the path they expected. And while you are busy explaining, you are not building, you are not moving, you are stuck in a conversation that will never end, because people who do not understand your vision will never be satisfied with your explanation. Here is the truth. Your life is not up for debate. Your dreams do not need approval. Your path does not require permission from people who are not walking it with you, but you keep giving them power. You keep letting their opinions shape your decisions. You keep thinking that if you just explain it better, they will finally understand. They will not, and they do not need to. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." Read that again. You love yourself, but you care more about what others think than what you know to be true. And that is the cage you have been living in. Every time you explain yourself to someone who does not matter, you are asking for validation you do not need. You are seeking approval from people who are not qualified to give it. Because they are not living your life. They do not carry your responsibilities. They do not see your vision. They only see their own limited perspective. And you are letting that perspective limit you. Think about how much time you have lost. How many conversations you have had trying to make someone understand why you are choosing this path, why you are leaving that situation, why you are betting on yourself. And at the end of all that talking, did anything change? Did they suddenly support you, or did they just find new reasons to doubt you? The people who matter do not need explanations. They see your actions and trust your judgment. They believe in you even when they do not fully understand. They support you because they know you. And the people who do not matter, no explanation will ever be enough. because they are not looking for understanding. They are looking for reasons to keep you small, to keep you safe, to keep you where they can understand you. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." That is hard to accept, because we want to be seen as smart, as having it all figured out, as making the right choices. But growth requires you to look foolish sometimes, to be misunderstood, to be judged by people who are too afraid to take the same risks. And here is what happens when you keep explaining yourself. You start doubting yourself, because every time you defend your choice, you are also questioning it. You are giving weight to their doubts. You are letting their fear become your fear. And slowly, without realizing it, you start making decisions based on what they will think instead of what you know you need to do. You dim your light to make others comfortable. You shrink your dreams to fit their understanding. You apologize for wanting more, for doing things differently, for refusing to settle. And every apology is a betrayal of yourself. Stop doing that. Stop giving explanations to people who are not invested in your success. Stop defending your vision to people who do not have one. Stop wasting energy trying to make people understand who do not want to understand. Save that energy. Use it to build, to create, to become. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And the judgment you fear, most of it is in your imagination. Most people are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. They are worried about their own lives, their own problems, their own insecurities. And the few who do judge you, they are projecting their own fears onto you, their own regrets, their own limitations. So why are you giving them so much power? Why are you letting their small thinking make you doubt your big dreams? Why are you explaining yourself to people who gave up on their own potential and now want you to give up on yours? Here is what you do instead. You let your results speak. You stop talking about what you're going to do and just do it. You stop seeking approval and start building proof. Because when you succeed, the same people who questioned you will suddenly act like they always believed in you. And when you fail, the same people who encouraged you will say they saw it coming. So their opinion is worthless either way. Your focus should be on the people who matter, the ones who show up, who support, who believe in you even when the path is unclear. Those people do not need explanations. They need updates. They need you to keep going. They need you to prove to yourself what they already see in you. And for everyone else, silence is your answer, not because you are arrogant, not because you do not care, but because you understand that your time is limited, your energy is precious, and every moment you spend explaining is a moment you are not executing. Marcus Aurelius also said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Stop arguing about your path. Stop defending your choices. Stop explaining your vision. Just walk it, live it, build it, and let the life you create be the only explanation you ever need to give. Because at the end of your life, you will not remember the people who doubted you. You will not care about the opinions that once felt so important. You will only care about one thing. Did you live true to yourself? Did you follow your path? Did you become who you were meant to be? Or did you spend your whole life trying to make others understand a journey they were never meant to take? Choose yourself. Choose your vision. Choose to stop explaining and start becoming. Because the world does not need more people who can defend their dreams. It needs people who can build them. The fifth habit, avoiding responsibility. You blame everything. The economy, your parents, your boss, the system, your past, your circumstances. And every time you point a finger outward, you give away your power. Because blame feels good in the moment. It releases you from guilt, It makes you the victim instead of the failure. But it also makes you powerless. And powerless people do not change their lives. Here is the hard truth. Until you take full responsibility for where you are, you will never get to where you want to be. Because responsibility is not about blame. It is about control. When you blame others, you are saying they control your life. When you take responsibility, you are saying you do. And that shift changes everything. The Stoics built their entire philosophy on this principle. Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." That is responsibility. Not denying what happened to you, not pretending life has been fair, but refusing to let your past dictate your future, refusing to stay stuck because of what someone else did or did not do. But you do not do that. You hold on to your excuses like they are treasure. You build your identity around your struggles. You tell the same story over and over about how you did not get the opportunities others had, how you were hurt, how you were dealt a bad hand, and every time you tell that story, you strengthen it. You make it more real, more permanent, more impossible to escape. And yes, maybe you were dealt a bad hand. Maybe life has been harder for you than others. Maybe you faced things that were not your fault. I am not here to deny that. But here is what I am here to say. It does not matter. Not if you want to move forward. Because fair or unfair, right or wrong, the only question that matters now is this: what are you going to do about it? You can keep blaming, keep pointing at everyone who failed you, keep listing all the reasons why you are behind, or you can accept that where you are right now is your starting point, not because you deserve it, not because it is fair, but because it is real. And the moment you accept it, you can start changing it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But you have been doing the opposite. You have been giving power to outside events, letting them define you, control you, limit you. And as long as you do that, you will stay exactly where you are. Think about the areas of your life where you are stuck: your finances, your health, your relationships, your career. Now ask yourself honestly, who are you blaming for that? Your job for not paying enough? Your metabolism for being slow? Your partner for not understanding you? Your industry for being difficult? And maybe those things are true. Maybe your job does not pay enough. Maybe your body does not respond like others. Maybe your partner is difficult. Maybe your industry is broken. But blaming them does not fix anything. It just keeps you stuck. Because as long as you are focused on what they are doing wrong, you are not focused on what you can do right. Here is what responsibility looks like. It is not saying everything is your fault. It is saying everything is your responsibility. Your health is your responsibility, even if you have bad genetics. Your finances are your responsibility, even if you started with nothing. Your relationships are your responsibility, even if the other person is difficult. Your career is your responsibility, even if the system is unfair. Because when you take responsibility, you take back control. You stop waiting for the world to change. You stop hoping someone will save you. You stop expecting life to get easier, and you start asking better questions. Not, why is this happening to me, but what can I do about this? Not, who is to blame, but what is my next move? Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. But you cannot be strengthened by difficulties if you are busy blaming them, if you are running from them, if you are using them as reasons to quit. You have to face them, own them, and decide that no matter what happened, you will not let it define what happens next." And I know this is hard. I know it feels easier to blame, to point at all the things that are not your fault. But easy is what got you here. Easy is what keeps people stuck for decades. Easy is the reason most people never change, because they spend their whole lives waiting for someone to apologize, someone to make it right, someone to give them what they deserved, and they die waiting. Do not be that person. Do not let your life be defined by what others did or did not do. Do not give them that much power, because they are living their lives, moving forward, while you are stuck replaying the past, stuck waiting for justice that may never come, stuck trading your future for the comfort of being the victim. You are not a victim. You might have been victimized, but you are not a victim, because a victim has no power, no options, no control. And that is not you. You have power. You have options. You have control over what you do next. And the moment you take responsibility for that, everything changes. You stop making excuses and start making progress. You stop explaining why you cannot and start figuring out how you can. You stop waiting for perfect conditions and start working with what you have. Because responsibility is freedom. It is the freedom to change, to grow, to become. And nobody can give that to you. You have to claim it. Epictetus also taught, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Stop grieving over what you did not get, the support, the opportunities, the advantages. Start working with what you have, your mind, your effort, your choice, because those are enough. They have always been enough. You just have to stop blaming and start building. So today, right now, take responsibility for all of it, the good, the bad, the fair, the unfair. Take it all, own it all, and then decide what you are going to do with it. Because your life is not about what happened to you, it is about what you do next. And that is entirely up to you. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I take full responsibility for my life. So here we are. 5 habits, 5 choices, 5 patterns that will either destroy you or be destroyed by you in 2026. The question is not whether you recognize them. You do. The question is whether you will do something about them. Because knowing is not enough. Understanding is not enough. Nodding your head and agreeing is not enough. Change only happens when you act, when you stop defending the habits that are keeping you stuck and start building the ones that will set you free. You can carry these habits into the new year. You can keep delaying, keep distracting yourself, keep choosing comfort, keep explaining yourself, keep blaming others, and life will go on. Days will pass, months will pass, and one day you will look back and realize that another year disappeared, and you are still in the same place, still making the same excuses, still wondering why nothing changed. Or you can choose differently, right now, today. You can decide that 2026 will be the year you stop talking and start doing, the year you stop waiting and start building, the year you take full responsibility and full control. Because you have the power. You always have. You just have to use it. Marcus Aurelius left us with this. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. So, stop arguing with yourself. Stop debating whether you can do this. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Be the person you know you are meant to be. Starting now. If this message hit you, do not let it fade. Hit that like button. Drop a comment below with your affirmation. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to this channel, because your growth is not a solo journey. And the more you commit publicly, the more real it becomes. This is your year, if you choose it, if you claim it, if you fight for it. The habits will not change themselves, but you can change them. And when you do, everything else changes with you. Now go. Build the life you have been talking about. and let 2026 be the year you finally became who you were always meant to be.